Hello everyone, my name is Laura and you know what time it is. It is time for me to discuss all the manga that I read in the month of August. Yeah, this is all the physical manga, and we also have the Kindle to talk about. So yeah, I think I got a decent amount read last month. So let's dive right in. So let's start with Alter Ego. So this is a GL manga by a Spanish comic artist. It is a one-shot and I found this really enjoyable. I was a little hesitant to pick this guy up because the reviews were a little mixed. Either people loved it or found it boring. I like slice of life, so I found this really enjoyable. They look really young, but both of the characters are in their mid-20s, so I like that a lot. And yeah, I found the character development good for a one-shot. Obviously with one-shots you always want more, and this was the case with this series. I wanted more of their actual relationship, but you know what, I feel like you got pretty much everything, you know, from them meeting up to having them communicate their feelings for one another. So I wrapped up quite nicely. Still wanted more. I wrapped up well. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, and the art style is just so cute, as you can see. Let's see, this is one of my favorite art scenes from the series. This guy right here. I mean, just look at that. It's so cute. So I really liked it. If you watched my previous video, which was the big manga haul, you saw this title mentioned. So this is Make Love in Peace, which was gifted by my friend Kate, who knows a lot about josei manga. So this guy is a spicy josei read. So yes, it is for mature. There's quite a good amount of explicit scenes, but the series itself is just really cute. In terms of plot, the plot isn't very linear. You just get there's some connections between the chapters, but it's mostly just him, you know, being the cop, saving the day, and then the girlfriend, you know, just being there to support him. She sometimes saves the day as well. So yeah, I found it enjoyable. I mean, it's not anything revolutionary, but you know, the spice was good. I got some laughs and there were some cute moments, and I actually do like the early 2000s like manga style. I know it's not for everyone. I'm gonna cover this page because otherwise you would see a boob, but I like the early 2000s manga art. Like it's iconic, it's of the time. So yeah, you can see more of that early 2000s manga art style. If you like it and you want just something, you know, a lighthearted spicy read, Make Love in Peace was a good option. I do think this is out of this is out of print, so I had never seen this, so I'm guessing it's not super easy to find, but if you can find it, it's nice. Then we have another josei spicy read. This is Yakuza Lover, which is a brand new release. This is Yakuza Lover Volume 2. Yes, I really liked it. I like Volume 1. Obviously, if you go into the series, yeah, there's nothing to aspire for. I was gonna be like, yeah, I want a hot Yakuza man. Unless you like danger and I don't know. If you do, I question you and your morals. But you know what? I like reading about it. And this just, it hits the spot. It has drama. It has spice. I like the characters. I don't know about you, but I like them. I find, you know, Yuri adorable. Like, she's just so into her boyfriend, and he's actually very sweet as well. For Yakuza leader, Homeboy's a feminist. He respects women. I like that. So yeah, it was very entertaining. This one was very dramatic. There's a lot more suspense in this volume and a lot more spice as well. Literally the first page, I cannot even share that with you because they just kick off with the spice. I appreciate it. But I can't share. Like, look at them. They just look so cute. But yeah, I really liked it. I can't wait for Volume 3. can't wait. Last month I also read Horimiya. I read volumes 1 through 7. I liked the anime. I found it really enjoyable. Now, having read 7 volumes, I can say I'm not as big of a fan of the anime as I previously was, just because the manga is so much better. It's a lot better when it comes to the pacing, the character development. There's a lot of moments, just interactions between the characters that were completely left off in the anime. Obviously, the anime only has what, like 13 episodes, and there's 15 volumes of the manga, so a lot was left out. That being said, if you're in a position where you can, you know, either collect all 15 volumes or read them at your local library, I would highly recommend it. You'll get so much more out of the series if you read the manga. I loved it. I love Miyamura and Hori's relationship. Just there's so many interactions between them that are just so damn adorable and cute. And I mean, Miyamura, even in the anime, is a very vulnerable character. You get more of that in the manga, which I adore. And yeah, just like in the anime, in terms of like the supporting cast, I like them. They add to the story, but I can't remember their freaking names. There's just so many characters that pop up. The only one I can remember is Sakura, because out of this whole cast of characters, I would probably be her. Just someone that blends in and doesn't get noticed. So yes, I really like it. Yeah, what can I say? I'm so glad I finally picked this series up, and it is getting restocked, so don't go off to like Mercari or eBay and pay these ridiculous prices. It's not worth it. They're popping up in bookstores, so just wait and pay either below retail value or retail value for Horimiya. So yeah. Another GL series that I read was Days of Love at Seagull Villa. There is 3 volumes. It is a completed series, so I read all 3 of them, and I found this really cute. I will have to say, one of the things I did not like about the series was there is 2 stepsisters who are side characters to get a little romantic with one another. Not too much, but a little bit, and I wish we would have gotten less of them and more of our main, you know, our main female characters, because it was a little distracting. It was a little distracting, but not too much, because these 2, obviously the story is about these 2, which they're both older adult women. So our 2 female leads are, I think the brunette's 28. Yes, this is why I annotate. So I just looked for the light green annotation for character information. So we have a 22-year-old and a 28-year-old. She's a teacher. She just runs a villa that her family, well, her family villa. She has a very tragic backstory. Actually, both of them do. So yeah, this series just follows both of these characters as they learn more about each other, learn more about themselves as well, because like I said, they both have very tragic backstories. That is her niece, so that's not her daughter, it's her niece. You can kind of imagine where things are headed. There is a death that, you know, that happens, and she has to take the responsibility for the child. And yeah, I really liked it. I mean, I do have some complaints, like the sister thing. Another complaint is the length. I wish we would have gotten another volume just so we could get more of their relationship. I feel like that's a common theme with GLs. They're just very short, but I didn't like it. I liked it. I found it enjoyable, so I would recommend it. Let's continue with Skip and Loafer. This is a series that just got translated into English. I know there's a few volumes in Japanese, but volume 1 just came out not too long ago. I loved this so much, more than I ever thought I would. So this is a shoujo, I would say a rom-com in the shoujo variety. So our female lead is this girl from the countryside that moves to Tokyo. She went from having what, like 4 or 5 classmates to being in a big school in a big city, trying to, you know, live out her dreams, and she has such ambitious dreams. So yeah, she just wants to be the leader of her country, and you know, homegirl has really big dreams. She's very ambitious and I respect that. But she's also extremely awkward because she doesn't know much about city life or how to interact with other, students. And yeah, it's just very funny. There's so many, awkward moments that happen in this volume, and you do have our male lead, who is the popular boy in school. So when I showed this on my Instagram, a lot of people were saying that it reminded them of Kimi ni Toloke, and yes, because it's a shoujo. You do have your outcast and your popular guy, so in that regard, yes. But she is so different from Sawako. Like, yeah, just dark hair, yes. Outcast, yes, but she's not as shy and introverted as Sawako was. And yeah, it's very different. It's different. So don't go into this expecting Kimi ni Toloke. You're gonna get a lot more comedy out of this, guys. So if you have not read Skip and Loafer, I would highly recommend to check it out. I mean, there's only one volume out, so yeah, you'll be stuck in the same boat waiting for volume 2, but I'm so excited to keep on reading this series. It was fantastic. And the supporting cast as well is, I know with each volume it's just gonna get funnier and funnier, so I can't wait. I am super late to 10 count, but I finally got the chance to read volumes 1 and 2. I love these volumes so much. So 10 count is, I would say, a psychological BL. There's a lot to say about mental health in 10 count. It is a more mature read, so do bear that in mind, but I loved it. It's a lot sadder than I thought it was going to be, but it's so interesting just getting into his mindset. He's the guy that has the OCD and all these mental issues and trauma, and there's a lot. There's a lot. It's also not the healthiest portrayal of a relationship, but it's written really well. So I cannot wait to keep on reading the series. Everything is back ordered, like volumes 3 to 6 are back ordered, so it's gonna take a while for me to read them. But yeah, so far I really like this. I'm glad I finally read 10 count. I'm a fan. Then we have Shiori's Diary. This is a new series by Seven Seas. Yeah. You guys know that I love a good spicy read. This one pushed the limits for me. I posted about this on my TikTok, and it was not even an endorsement. It was just me being like, yeah, it low-key traumatized me, and it also really disappointed me. So here's the plot for Shiori's Diary. You have a 34-year-old woman who discovers that her husband has been cheating on her. Here's the kicker: she hasn't had sex with her husband in years. She thought that was a normal thing that happens after you get married. So once she discovers her husband's diary, she finds out that, dude, homeboy has been hooking up with all these random women and documenting all their sexcapades. So she's just like, what? So then she goes on and has her own sexcapades. And yeah, I mean, if it was more about that and her, reading the diary and, kind of going through her thought process as she's reading the diary, it would have been great. Because there would have been a lot more drama. I would have been hating that husband and rooting for Shiori, but that did not happen, because every single chapter in this manga is just explicit sex scenes. And yeah, not even in the good kind. It's just extremely raunchy sex scenes that don't add anything to the plot. And yeah, I ended up getting super annoyed with Shiori. Like, after maybe like the second or third chapter, I'm just like, we get it. We get it. You like to have sex. We get it. It just got extremely repetitive. People on Twitter were hyping this guy up, and it was such a letdown. The art style is also very it's strange. They kind of look like Muppets. One of my friends mentioned that, and now that she mentioned it, like, I can't unsee that. But yeah, I don't see myself picking up volume 2 unless someone else picks it up that I follow and they mention that there's more plot, less sex in that one. But yeah, it was interesting and not in a good way. We have another BL, Secret XXX. This guy was so cute. It was so cute. So we have a pet shop owner and then his employee who, before he became an employee, he would just frequent the shop very often to not only see the bunnies but also see him. I found it adorable. Yes, it is mature, but it's very cute. Highly recommend it. I found it adorable. Then we have another mature read. This is Birds of Shangri-La. That the whole plot is straight man is desperate for money, wants a good paying job, and goes and gets employed at a brothel. There's a lot of drama that happens. I really like this because of the drama. I feel like volume 2 is going to be so messy, not only for the guy here doing the yoga pose. He's one of the guys who is assigned to sleep with the tourists that come in, but also for the straight guy who happens to work there, because yeah, there's a lawyer involved handling his divorce, and there's gonna be a lot. So this is a guy who joins the brothel to just, you know, pay the lawyer fees, get an easy, well-paying job. So yeah, we have him he's super handsome, by the way. This guy's one of the birds, so he's, like I said, he's assigned to sleep with the customers. So you have him who is, his role is to warm him up and then he just goes off after he's, you know, turned on and does his job. So yeah, interesting premise, very dramatic. I am looking forward to volume 2. Something not mature, more comedic. Play it cool, guys. This is a manga that follows 4 different men who appear very cool and stoic on the outside, but they're really dorky on the inside. So this second volume, you have all the characters that have now met each other. So you have their storylines intertwined, and there's even more just derpiness and comedy in this one. So yeah, really enjoyed it. It's just very lighthearted. So if you just want something that is a slice of life comedy with, I mean, there's really no plot to this, yeah, I like it. It's very lighthearted, very fun. Then we have Doughnuts Under a Crescent Moon. This is my favorite GL series, and one of my favorite just manga series of all time. So we finally got volume 2 this past month, well, this last month, and it was beautiful. But since it had been such a long time between volumes 1 and 2, I did reread volume 1 and annotated it, and then I went over to volume 2. So this series is definitely setting up to be a good slow burn in the GL category. Spoiler, the characters are still not together romantically, and I think that makes sense for them. You have, you know, a girl who assumed that she was straight her whole life until she met her, so she's still questioning, you know, like, what am I, basically. And then you have her who has a very tragic backstory. You get more of her backstory in this volume. The first volume follows Hinako a little bit more. Hinako is her Asahi. Hinako. In volume 2, you get to understand why Asahi is more hesitant to jump into a relationship. So yeah, I'm really loving where the series is going. We have to wait a few more months to get volume 3, but you know what? I'll wait, because this has been incredible. Another series that is incredible, we have Sweat and Soap volume 8. So volume 8 is our beach episode. They go on a company trip to where was it? They go to Okinawa, I believe. Yeah, they go to the beach with all their, you know, other office workers, their bosses, their co-workers, all of that. It's such a funny volume. Like, I mean, just look at freaking Kotaro, a full page of his reaction. He's so expressive in this volume. Asako is absolutely adorable in this volume as well. She has grown so much and I feel so proud. So yeah, amazing volume. We get volume 9 later in September, so I'm looking forward to that. Then we have A Sign of Affection volume 3. I don't want to spoil this, but volume 3 basically gave me all that I wanted because I was rooting for these two since volume 1, and it just felt so satisfying and it was so cute, and I cried. And it gave me the butterflies, like it was so good. If you have not started A Sign of Affection, it is one of my favorite series. It's so cute and romantic, and yes, I love it so much. So volume 3 left me very satisfied. Then we have volume 7 of Perfect World. This guy made me cry once again, but I'm feeling much more optimistic about Ayukawa and Koana. So yes, I feel like volume 8 is going to give me what I want, which is this guy getting the boot. Get out. So yeah, dramatic, sad, but you know what? It's Perfect World, deals with disabilities, so it gives you a dosage of a real life situation. And yeah, I loved it. Love this update. Then we have volume 15 of Snow White with the Red Hair, which is the latest update in English, but this particular volume was published in Japan in 2016, and it's so embarrassing. Like, I don't know why Viz does this, but they're promoting season 2 of Snow White with the Red Hair, which came out in 2016, so yeah, we're super behind. I really enjoyed this volume though. We got some cute Sen and Shiryuki moments, and more of Shiryuki and Lilia's just being a badass intellectual. I love that. I adore that whole part of Snow White with the Red Hair, which was completely left out of the anime. Like, homegirl is smart. She's so smart. So I like that. At least I can follow her adventures through the manga a lot better. And I also do love how much both Shiryuki and Sen support one another and their own endeavors. Like I mentioned, we get a little bit of them towards the beginning of this volume, and then they split once again, and you know, he does his princely duties, she goes off to Lilia's to focus on her studies and her research. So yeah, I mean, they're kind of living separate lives at this point of the series, but there's just so much support and love between those two, and I love it. I love it. You guys know it's one of my favorite series, so yes. And then I did start reading Skip Beat. Skip Beat happens to be my friend Steph's favorite manga series, so I finally, you know, it's a long series, but I'm gonna go into it. And the first 3 volumes I really enjoyed. I just got so sucked into this series. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's enjoyable, it's funny, it's cute. Kyoko is a great female lead. She's just so ballsy, but she also has a really good heart. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to jump into it. Like I said, it's a really long series. There's 45 volumes out. But I'm gonna be sticking to the 3-in-1s. I find that a lot less intimidating for me. So yeah, Skip Beat, volumes 1, 2, 3. You're gonna see a lot more Skip Beat in September, that's for sure. And last but not least, let's talk about what I read on the Kindle. This is my little Kindle bag with Masato from Utano Prince-sama. He's my favorite. So let's, yeah, there's more. This is my, we got Hattori, we got Masato, we got Arda, Hirotaka, and Rei, aka Spicy Hirotaka, yes. But let me turn this on so we can discuss what I actually read and not just talk about the simp cards that my friend Steph made for me. So So the very first series I checked out is called We Just Met and Yet We're Engaged, which is a josei read, a spicy josei read, completed with 3 volumes, and all 3 of them are available on Kindle Unlimited. And yeah, I found it entertaining. In terms of plot, we have an office romance with a dose of amnesia. So we have our female lead who awakens after a coma. She suffered through a car accident, and when she wakes up, she remembers pretty much everything, like her family, what she does for work, all of that. But she doesn't remember one key thing, and that is her partner. She doesn't remember that she's engaged. She doesn't know his name, nothing. So yes, you have the very supportive, you know, fiance who works with her in the same office, and he takes her back home and tries to get her to remember him, and one of those ways that he does that is by having intimate moments. So yeah, there's a good dose of spice in this, good dosage of comedy as well, and I just found it enjoyable. It's a very quick read. I mean, there's only what, 3 volumes. I think each volume had around 50 pages or so, so extremely quick read, enjoyable. Is it anything revolutionary? No, but you know, sometimes I just don't want a very dramatic plot. I just want something that's a quick read, and that's it. The other series that I checked out through Kindle Unlimited that I really enjoyed is Love Massage. So this is actually one of the Kodansha digital licenses. So yeah, I love this. If you love An Incurable Case of Love, anything by Maki and Joji, basically, I think you're gonna really like Love Massage. It was just so cute, so enjoyable. It is a josei title, so the characters are adults. It is more mature as well, but it's not Shiori's diary at all. It's not Shiori's diary. It's very cute, very approachable. The art style is also really cute as well. So this is Love Massage. So basically the premise of this manga is a young female worker gets a massage by this guy, and their first interaction was that massage, and it changed her life. It changed her life. Then she finds out that the guy who gave her a massage and gave her something a little extra works in the same office as her, and she finds herself daydreaming about this guy, and not just like dirty daydreams. It's her being the ideal girlfriend to him, like cooking for him and all these things, and then some spice as well. But yeah, you just have her, you know, who's kind of living in her own world, and as they get to know each other more, they start forming this relationship, and he is so kind and considerate and romantic and supportive. Like, he is like the ideal male character in a romance. So yeah, it was really enjoyable. Quick read as well. There's 7 volumes in total. The first 4 are on Kindle Unlimited if you wanted to check them out. The other ones you do have to buy, but I find that it has a very, I don't know, I was less satisfied with the ending. Like, it wrapped up really nicely. Actually wrapped up a lot better than An Incurable Case of Love, which is saying something. There is a little bit of kind of like a love triangle. Nothing really happens, but you do get introduced to another male character, but our homegirl just remains very loyal to her man. And how could you not? He's such a cutie. Look at him. Look at him with the dark hair. He's so cute. It's so nice. Like, love him. Love him. So if you're looking for, you know, an enjoyable, lighthearted rom-com in the josei category, you're gonna enjoy this guy. And that's all I read in the month of August. I'm definitely going to do some more reading on my Kindle in September, as well as some more skip beat reading as well, so be on the lookout for that. If you want more manga updates, make sure to follow me on TikTok. My username is Neuzeth. I've also been sprinkling in more manga content over on my Instagram, especially on stories, so you can check me out there as well. The username is also Neuzeth. Let me know what you guys read in the month of August in the comments below. below if you've checked out any of these series. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!